3 data packets to go. Huh. Weird pulsing light. What's in this thing? None of my business. Keep your head down, Exo. Finish the shift. Don't get yourself involved in other programs' functions. 3 data packets to go.
We're trapped in a loop here, Exo. You answering my questions and me... Well, I'm hoping you can help.
I don't understand.
You keep saying that. I'm believing it a little less each time. Tell me what you were doing on that street tonight.
I'm a courier. I was doing my job.
What were you carrying?
I don't know.
You know. You're gonna tell me, or else you're gonna be here a very long time.
Where's here?
That explosion really refactored your code, huh? You're under the arena. You're here because I dragged you out of the wreck of a city intersection myself. You just blown it up.
I don't...
Understand, I know, you said. The thing is, I think you know more than you're saying. I think maybe you're special. I think you rode in from the Outlands to... do something. Unlucky for you, you survived the explosion.
I'm not from the Outlands. Look, I know how Core deal with problems. I don't want any trouble.
Trouble's already here, program. Although, normal programs don't survive what you've been through. So I'm thinking you might be my ticket out of this code dump. The data you're hiding, the things you know, they have value. I've heard about the glitch in the Outlands, and I haven't forgotten that program a couple hundred cycles ago who ran around predicting an apocalypse just like what we're in right now. I could get you a deal.
I don't know anything. If I did, I wouldn't tell some interrogator. Not after what Corps have done in my city.
Maybe a few rounds in the arena will jog your memory. I have a feeling you'll survive that as easily as the explosion. Maybe you'll turn out to be some great talent, and I can introduce you to Tacitus. We can both be winners here. Or maybe your cycles will end violently. In that moment, remember this conversation and how differently it might have gone if you'd been useful. After all, to survive the grid, we must all be useful.
Get back, program.
How do I fight?
Get back. Finish the game!
They're training them, you know,
The fighters?
the core soldiers. Testing them, training them, collecting data. Everything flowing back to their castle in the sky. You're not the program I was sent to meet.
I heard about you. That you might know what happened to me. I've been... weird.
Oh. Oh, this is delicious. You're the courier.
I am.
I hear you didn't make that delivery. I also hear that Core are raging over an explosion in the city. I don't suppose those two data points correlate.
They brought me here from the wreckage. They're making me fight.
They make all of us fight, in one way or another. Their existence forces it. My allies and I, for example, fight to change this grid, to destroy what Core have built.
You're with Reset.
They're with me.
So it was you. You gave me a bomb to carry across the city.
Oh, I'm sorry. Things are never that simple. The truth you're looking for has nested detail. Variables and dependencies you lack even the basic syntax for. I'll begin you down that path if you're willing to take a first step.
What kind of step?
You said they're making you fight, which means they've trained you. You've danced in the dojo.
With the ghost fighters? Yes.
Ever seen anything like them before?
No.
You're not alone. That's Automata Tech. The greatest engineers on the grid. They say that their doubt in the users, their contempt for celebrating a world they will never see, has driven them to innovate. They observe our world in a way that doesn't even occur to basic ISOs like you and me.
I don't understand.
Exactly. I don't either. But we've seen similar mirages in the Outlands, and Reset would love to harness this power for our weapons.
How did Core get it? I thought they hated automata.
Oh, they do. Those with power are rarely fond of free thinkers, but they are willing to put aside those misgivings when they see we have value.
I've been experiencing that.
I bet you have. To that end, some automata have tried to broker a peace with Core. Appeasement takes many forms. On this occasion, trade. Copy that training code for me, courier. The corruption may make things exciting, but you look like you can handle it.
And if I do?
Then I'll tell you where to find your answers. I'll give some pointers, at least. Next time, bring a gift.
We're trapped in a loop here, Exo. You answering my questions and me... Well, I'm hoping you can help.
I wouldn't count on it.
Oh, you're warming up. Tell me what you were doing on that street tonight.
Still a courier. Still doing my job.
What were you carrying?
Glitch. Catalyst.
I knew it! So you're working with Reset. But there's something else. Something that makes you stand out. You brought glitching data to the middle of an intersection, what? To make a point? I knew I'd break you eventually. A look on your face. It's like you've been trapped here for cycles.
I suppose I just got bored of the loop.
And you'll tell this to others? If I take you to my betters?
What kind of deal can you get me?
If what you're saying is true, and if you can get me more glitch catalyst, then I'm sure Core will make arrangements. They've struggled to gain access to the Outlands, but it's only a matter of time. You were wise to stop obstructing, Exo. I'll earn all the respect I need by bringing you... What are you doing? Put that down.
I've been stuck here for too long, Khan. Longer than you realize. And through it all, you just keep talking. You want to be a part of something. I get it. But the thing you want to be a part of is horrific and cruel.
I am pragmatic.
You're pathetic. I'm going to get answers. Find out what happened to me.
Wherever you go, I'll find you, Exo.
Maybe. But you'll need a new light cycle.